DC, which is in and of itself, it's going to be loud and it's going to be huge. Whoever's going to start, my best guess would be Gio. I don't know, maybe Tanner Rourke. Have Max ready to go late in the game. Have everyone ready to go late in the game. What are my thoughts on the game? Nothing much. Just they got to hit. They got to do what they did today.
Yeah, give me your keys to the game.
Ryan Zimmerman's the MVP of the NLDS.
Yep.
Steven Strasburg is also up there.
And Michael A. Taylor's up there too.
Well, obviously, yeah, but that's such a big hit. I don't have any thoughts. Just keep rolling,
Yeah. And what did you think? Because everybody's talking about it. Just quick reaction to the Strasburg outing.
To the what?
Strasburg.
I mean, he's a monster.
That's
quick. Is that quick enough for you?
Yeah. Honestly, that was quick enough. He's a monster.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Enough said.
What do you want from me? Michael A. Taylor said it best. The woman on TBS interviewed him. They're like, "Were you surprised?" He's like, "No. I've watched him pitch all year. He's the best pitcher in baseball. Dude's a monster." Anthony Rizzo said it after Game 1. They would have won that game if they didn't have ice-cold bats.
Yep.
That's exactly what just happened in Game 4.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better, man. All right. Thanks for
let's go,
thanks for taking the time.
408. Are you going?
Huh?
Are you going?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you have another extra ticket, don't forget about me.
I won't. You got to call Bruno.
It's really not that big of a deal. I've already been to games 1 and 2, but let me know.
All right, we'll do.
Are you going into the office tomorrow?
Yeah, we're having a little office talk here live on DC Sports Daily. Yeah, I'll be in the office tomorrow.
Okay, cool. I'll see you in the office tomorrow.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Drew.
See ya. Bye.
All right, so now we've gotten 3 fans' takes, and I'm checking in with Michael Sorrell, who called in last episode and gave some great insight. 1 second. Just bear with me for a second. Okay. All right. Dead air. Great radio. But yeah, so it's tough talking to OT because see, the thing about OT is he has a lot of stats that back him up. He picks his stats that he likes. And it's hard to argue with him because he's not a baseball guy. I think I said it best in our text chain earlier, where I'm trying to see if I can find the exact text. Oh man! But the gist of it was, not even gonna worry about it. The gist of it was that OT is very logical. All of his managerial decisions would be based off of logic. Which, yes, over the course of 162 games, if you have a manager who makes every logical decision, you're probably going to make a lot of good decisions, and if you have the talent, you're probably going to be in the postseason. My whole point is, once you reach the postseason, look, it's not logical that the Nats, being as good as they are, have lost their last... let me count. Cardinals, Giants... Dodgers, 3? Yeah, 3. 3 postseason series. Sorry, I thought there was a 4th one in there somewhere. I guess I was counting my chickens before they hatched, and don't want to do that. They've lost these 3 postseason series being as good as they are. That's not logical. It's not logical for the Red Sox in 2004 to come back from a 3-0 hole against the Yankees. It's not logical that the Cleveland Cavaliers come back against the Golden State Warriors when they're down 3-1. None of that is logical. So how do you explain that if you're coming from OT's camp? You can't really. You can find stats after the fact, but those stats are the result of this thing called magic. And magic is what we saw tonight from Steven Strasburg. And I won't hear anything else. I will not believe or buy into anything else. Particularly in the 6th and the 7th. Through 5, I thought Strauss could give us that performance through 5. But if you look at what he did in the 6th and the 7th, that is pure magic, folks. That is the kind of stuff that you see on ESPN 30 for 30s. the changeups that he was throwing, the swings and misses that he was getting, the pressure that he was under, and to give that performance, that just doesn't happen every day, even in the postseason. That is pure magic, MAGIC, magic. And I feel lucky to have watched that happen. We can only hope that somebody, rubs up against him and gets some of that magic from him coming into Game 5, because Game 5 is going to be tough. The Cubs have a fully rested Kyle Hendricks, who just cut through this lineup, and we don't even know who's pitching for us. Gio, Roark, Scherzer, some combination of those three. No idea who's going to be on the mound for that first pitch. It's going to be tough. The funny thing is, when you look at this series now, we have now outscored the Cubs by 4 runs in the series. So if you're an alien that just came down from Mars and you're a baseball fan though, and you look at this and you see, oh, Nats are tied with the Cubs 2-2 in the series, and they've scored 4 more runs. Wow, they must have had the better series. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like we got lucky twice. But again, that's coming from a Nats fan. That's coming from a scorned Nats fan's point of view. I don't know how Chicago fans are feeling right now. I mean, I can tell you, they're not feeling great, but they won a World Series last year. They broke the curse. They've won how many playoff series in a row? They have their guy on the mound. I just, I don't know whether it's just me and just, well, I know it's a large section of Nationals fans who still feel after a game like that, like we're fighting an uphill battle. But at the end of the day, it's a 2-2 series. We get to play at home. We've outscored them in the series. We've played better in the field than them in the series. They haven't hit well either. We haven't hit great, but they've been pretty bad. Chris Bryant, I'm still going to be scared when he steps into the box tomorrow, but he went 0 for 4 with 4 Ks today. Rizzo looked bad today. Now, please, do not pitch to Rizzo in a big situation tomorrow, please, because he's been great in those spots. But their bullpen doesn't scare me. Their bullpen does not scare me. And I don't know if their lineup does either. And I like our pitchers. Guys, I think we might have the edge here. We might have the edge in this series, which is saying a lot. 2-2. I'll say Zim's quote again. We got to win 2 games in a row. We've done it a lot this year. Guess what we got to do now? We got to win 1 in a row. That's it. We got to score more runs than the Cubs do in the next 9 innings of baseball. And we move on to the NLCS. We've had our hearts ripped out as DC sports fans in this situation, this very situation across all the different sports. Whether it's the Caps in a Game 7 against the Penguins, whether it's the Wizards in a Game 7 against the Celtics, whether it's the Redskins playing the Packers, whether it's the Redskins maybe in the second round of the playoffs, whether it's the Nats against the Cardinals in Game 5 with a 6-0 lead, against the Giants going into the 18th inning, or against the Dodgers with Kershaw on the mound in a Game 5 after he's just pitched and you think you might be able to rally. We've been here, and it's been a loss every single time. Well, I got to tell you, I'm tired of it. I am tired of it, and it's time for that to change. This is it. This is it, guys. This is the time. The chips are stacked against us. Everything is against us. Going into today's game, everything was against us. We were laughed at all day by local and national media. laughed at. No more. No more. It's time. It's time for this stupid curse, whatever you want to call it, this string of bad luck. It's time for it to end. It's time for the Nats to win this game. Game 5 in front of 43,000 Nats fans. It's time. I don't care who's on the mound. You could put Levo on the mound. You could put... Oh, man, I'm trying to think. Put sign John Lannon and put him on the mound. I don't care. Bring back Cordero. Let him close. I don't care. I don't care who's on the mound. I don't care who's in the field. I don't care who's hitting. It's time for us to win this game. We've been through this enough, and it's time for it to end. And I don't want to hear any negativity from anybody tomorrow. It's our time. Let's all show up to the park. Let's dress in our red, dress in our white, whatever you want to wear, our dark blue if you want to. I won't fault you. And let's show up to Half Street. Let's march in through the center field gates. Let's find our seats, and let's root for the Nationals. Because you know what? This curse is over. It is our time. OT doesn't understand it. He's all logical. This, Game 5, this game is emotional. You need a little charge. You need a little passion. I don't care what the stats say. I don't care what the sabermetrics say. I don't care what the trends say. All you got to do is win in the run column tomorrow for 9 innings. And you're moving on. And we get more baseball. And we get more of this team that we love. This is our city. This is our time. Everybody root for your Nats tomorrow. Be loud about it. Be proud about it. And I don't know what to tell you else. You know, maybe this guy will do something. Maybe this guy will do something. If he's in the lineup. Who knows?
This is an epic battle.
Remember the at-bat after the rain delay, Dave?
I do.
Remember what happened?
I do.
Culminating that at-bat?
I do.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I hope you're the summoner.
I hope I can steal a little summoning from you, Dave.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing it along!